thought I would just do a short video on the news of our food supply. It's really important for us to watch our threatened food supply. Our food has changed. It is causing a lot of problems, and I wanted to do some news updates, some recent news updates. And here, this is the headline. It says, "What's farming got to do with the 1 million species threatened with extinction?" Now let me repeat that. 1 million species threatened with extinction. And you'll see later I have some other news clips, but 145 expert authors with a further 310 contributing authors from 50 countries over the last 3 years wrote this. The average abundance of native land-based native species has fallen by 20%. 40% of amphibians are at risk of extinction. Marine environments are also badly hit, with 33% reef-forming corals at risk and over 1/3 of all marine mammals threatened. Now remember, it is scriptural that the quarter of the seas will die. Anyway, 1/3 of the world's land surface and nearly 75% of freshwater resources are devoted to livestock production for meat. The value of agricultural crop production has increased by 300% since 1970, but raw timber harvest has risen by 45%, and land degradation has reduced productivity 23% of global land surface, up to $577 billion in annual global crops are at risk from pollinator loss. That's from what? Bees. Here, Oregon and the EPA failed to ban this toxic pesticide. So the Environmental Protection Agency chose last week not to ban the agricultural pesticide chlorpyrifos, which has been associated with developmental problems in children and health conditions in adults. So why would the EPA allow it? It's crazy, okay? So this is the issue here that's going on, okay? So I'm closing that one. Here's another one. So Oregon herbicide ban slowed by chemical company appeal. So the roadsides, let's see, request by, guess what? Chemical giant Bayer. Who what? Bought Monsanto. Perhaps the best known for aspirin, Bayer also makes agricultural products like prospective and herbicidal, ones commonly used to control weeds and reduce fire risk along highways. The active ingredient, ACP, is behind killing about 2,100 ponderosa pines in Deschutes National Forest near Sisters, Oregon. Now think about this. This is the random tree deaths that people were talking about. Why are these trees dying? Well, guess what? And if the trees are dying, guess what else is dying from this? They had to remove all the trees. So massive loss of thousands of hives, and that's why I only have a few in my backyard, afflicts orchard growers and beekeepers. We're going to open this one up. We're going to see a lot of bees here. And under the lid, sleepy occupants hum away. He uses a hand-filled smoker to keep them calm and huddled around their queen. But Andy lost more than half of his hives over the winter, 50,000, and he's not alone. In September, I thought I had the worst awesome most awesome bees ever. They look good. Across the U.S. have lost half their hives. They call one with no live bees inside a dead out. Some beekeepers lost as many as 80%. The hives didn't survive, aren't strong in numbers. It causes significant damages, a lethal parasite on honeybees. So there's a parasite going on. A colony might be decapitated in months. Calves exported for Dutch veal brutally beaten, jumped on, and hit in face, hidden cameras reveal. So illegal violence towards Irish calves exposed. Now this is May 5th, 2019, but these animals are sent abroad. This meat is being shared and mixed up, and literally I feel that the Lord told me to quit eating meat right now. It's really bad for us. I can't even turn on this video. It'll make me sick. Lab-grown meat this is what's sick. Carbon dioxide from energy used to make cultured meat likely to be more damaging in the long term than methane from cattle. They don't care about what it does to our bodies. The sea that disappeared, where is that? 1/4 the largest inland body of water is now a graveyard for its former ships. The Ariel Sea. Okay, this is prophesied. The mega pests. Okay, so here threaten crops around the world. Well, they put these Monsanto anti-pest items that become pest resistant, and then more pests and stronger pests come, and then they have to put more pesticides on the agriculture, which is causing neurological problems to children, proven. So it's wiping out all crops that it comes across as pest. Bollworms and earworms. Okay. Then we have miracle weed killer that was supposed to save farms is killing them. Controversial herbicide. There's all kinds of herbicides, guys. Dicamba, found to poison crops as well as pigweed chemical, was intended to root out. So, this is crazy, he shouts. I just think if this keeps going on, everything will be dead. The damage is in the northeast Arkansas and across the Midwest. Sickly soybeans, trees, and other crops have become emblematic of a deepening crisis in American agriculture. Farmers are locked in arms race between the ever stronger weeds and ever stronger weed killers. Oh, just what I was telling you. This Roundup here. The dicamba system, approved for use for the first time this spring, was supposed to break the cycle and guaranteed weed control in soybeans and cotton. Really? The herbicide used in combination with a genetically modified dicamba-resistant soybean. Give me a break, you guys. Quit messing around with the food system. Promises better control of unwanted plants such as pigweed. You know what? It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Okay, guys? It doesn't take a rocket scientist. If you mess with the genetics of our food systems and our bodies, you're messing with the things that God had made for our good. So herd of cows eat themselves to death after consuming entire winter rations in just one day. Well, why are they so hungry? I bet you before I even read this, I can tell you why. Because they're feeding them foods like corn that they're not supposed to eat, right? And genetically modified wheat that has no nutrition in it, okay? So they're hungry. And humans are hungry. That's why everyone's getting obese. We're eating things that has no nutrition. So we keep eating more because our body's hungry because we need the nutrition. Let's see. However, the food they kept was a type of high energy supplement which can be harmful if consumed in large quantities, and the cow proceeded to eat their way through the entire winter's worth of food in one city. It's like an overdose. Well, ugh, you guys, sick. So then we have, okay, Bayer clinches $66 billion Monsanto takeover. Now this was in 2016. You know about this, right, already? So ban Bayer. Also now, you have to ban Bayer. The EPA will not ban pesticide linked to neurological issues.